There have been multiple times UFO enthusiasts have spotted massive, unrecognized objects approaching Earth on NASA's live feed, but never for once has it been acknowledged. All sightings have always been explained away as a natural phenomena or a technical glitch whenever a feed abruptly cuts off when something strange comes into view. Indeed, NASA's seemingly perfectly timed glitches anytime unidentified objects come into view calls for questions. These reported instances, even by astronauts, have raised the inevitable question: is NASA hiding the existence of UFOs? In this video, the details of this mystery would be unraveled, so stay tuned, because these incidences could hold important answers to the continued existence of Earth as we know it. The first reported sighting of a UFO in the modern age was on June 24, 1947, when private pilot Kenneth Arnold reported seeing a line of 9 bright unidentified flying objects flying past Mount Rainier at a minimum speed of 1,200 miles per hour, or 1,932 kilometers per hour. The press wasted no time in using the names flying saucer and flying disc as a result of Arnold's description of the objects, terms which are now popular descriptions for UFOs. Harvard astronomer Donald Menzel was one of the first to debunk this UFO sighting, as he explained that Arnold might have mistaken an orographic cloud for an alien. An identical scenario was witnessed in August 2006, when the space shuttle Atlantis was on its way to the International Space Station. En route, it reported being monitored and followed by a strange set of objects emitting triangular lights. NASA launched an investigation right away to determine where these lights came from, since it was observed barely 30 seconds after the launch. In the end, NASA explained these lights as debris. It acknowledged that while it was unusual to find this kind of debris after a launch, it is most definitely not impossible. It was, however, unclear if the lights, now called junks, were from a single spacecraft or distinct items. The Atlantis commander, Brent Jett, later remarked that the items weren't anything he had previously seen outside the shuttle, and weren't like any space junk he would anticipate seeing, and they certainly didn't look like terrestrials. There is no doubt that NASA is using the International Space Station to advance its knowledge about living and working in space. The groundbreaking discoveries made so far have also helped us in understanding a lot more than we previously thought. Nevertheless, these shocking occurrences have not only fueled the already heightened sense of distrust among UFO enthusiasts and hunters, it has also led many to wonder whether NASA really does have something to hide. The International Space Station, where every bit of juicy action takes place, is the largest single structure ever built by mankind in space. It travels at an incredible speed in an orbit around the Earth, rotating the planet every 90 minutes. It is highly visible from Earth if you know when and where to look. It appears as a dazzling moving point of light and rivals the magnificent planet Venus in brightness. The ISS, like the majority of space initiatives, is evidence of the extent humans will go into our pursuit of knowledge. People can now remain in space permanently thanks to the space station. Since the first crew's arrival on November 2, 2000, people have been residing in space every day. The laboratories on board the station enable crew members to conduct research that would have been otherwise impossible elsewhere. And right now, it appears the ISS is where we look up to receive the definitive answer to a question that has long festered among humanity. The question, are we truly alone? Along with advancing our understanding of space, the ISS has over the years made us aware of strange, puzzling incidents involving flying objects with non-human origins. This could probably be unintentional with how these incidents are usually treated. One strange occurrence that is regarded as one of the strongest evidences of advanced alien life is the STS-114 boomerang incident. After the Columbia accident 2.5 years earlier in 2003, the STS-114 mission on board the Space Shuttle Discovery was the first mission of its sort. Since that horrific incident, NASA had further tightened its already stringent safety protocols. As a result of these new protocols, a piece of foam that detached upon Discovery's launch was discovered almost immediately. The purpose of this trip was to dock with the ISS and replenish the crew that was already there. Prior to that, Commander Eileen Collins executed a maneuver that turned the shuttle over, exposing its underside so that pictures could be taken from the space station to look for any damages. Cameras fitted underneath the International Space Station send back live video feeds that allows both NASA and space enthusiasts to view the Earth in outer space. So, astronaut Steve Robinson ventured into space to carry out repairs once the damage was verified by inspection of the images. Immediately after the repairs were done, a mysterious object was captured by one of the cameras. The object stood out as being a blinding white in contrast to the dark background of space. It passed close to the shuttle before appearing to temporarily pause and then turn around. The unknown object was given the nickname the Boomerang due to this unique movement. However, when NASA was to give an explanation of the footage, it concluded that the object was a mere space junk. Nevertheless, the sudden change of direction of the object after that remarkable pause was an unmistakable evidence that it had been intelligently steered. The most recent of these occurrences offers video evidence of an unsettling vessel floating above the ISS. And just as you may have guessed, the live feed was cut right before the ship was about to dock at the station. NASA seems to be ending live video transmissions from ISS plenty of times. This is not at all suspicious because it might be attributed to several technical factors. However, the difference this time is that the stream was interrupted just as an unusual item appeared in the camera's field of view. This footage gave evidence of NASA deliberately cutting the live feed as soon as a strange yellow spacecraft was about docking to the space station. The footage ran for about 2 minutes before the usual blue screen took its place. According to alien hunter Tyler Glockner, NASA has been doing this for years, and this is not the first instance of something like this occurring. He continued by saying that on several occasions, UFOs were visible for a considerable amount of time before the stream would be turned off because the folks monitoring the feed were simply not quick enough. Let's not forget when something similar happened in April 2016, when Jadon Bezan, a 20-year-old at the time, from Worcestershire, England, when he was watching the live feed from the ISS on his mobile phone. This space lover claimed he had spotted something like a metal spaceship that appeared to be moving away from the space station. Although the object was only visible for up to 2 minutes, Bezan didn't fail to observe that the object had a blue glow from its shiny surface. In a hurry, Bezan took a snapshot of the video, which he immediately sent to NASA in the hopes that they might explain what he had seen. Surprisingly, NASA is yet to give a response until today. Most often in situations like these, as we have seen in all scenarios, the objects are always attributed to space debris, of which there is a lot orbiting the Earth. However, this is sufficient to get people to start doubting NASA's integrity. There's now an unquestionable belief that NASA is not telling us all that they know about the existence of extraterrestrial life. We would be monitoring the situation and bring you more updates as we get them. So subscribe to the channel so you never miss out.